Hello ladies, I just thought I'd take a quick video of our presentation from yesterday. Sam, Regina, Emma, I'm not sure how you ladies went in terms of watching online. I commend you for your persistence in terms of sticking with it. I think it was pretty hard to hear and also to see the PowerPoint. So I've got a really good, just going to go through a really quick overview. So this was the points that we went through. The tasks so far that you should have completed. First of all was that commitment, and the more I read, the more I learn. The commitment is the bit that really gets you through to the end. The second was your why. Super important. Why on earth would you put yourself through? It's much easier to stay overweight. A majority of the population now are in an overweight category. When we look at stats universally, particularly in our developed nations, more than 60% are in an overweight category. So it's just a whole lot easier to stay in that majority. Why would you want to be in that leaner one? Why would you want to work? What would make it worth your while to put in that effort? Without that why, that's really hard to sustain. Why would you make those changes? Again, I was saying to some people yesterday, the deeper the why, the more emotional reasons you have behind that. One of you was saying that you've got a school reunion coming up. That's a fantastic why. There's some really powerful motivations there. So come back to your why, what it would mean for your health, what it would mean for your appearance, what it would mean for you being a role model for others, the confidence that you would feel, the self-assurance you would feel. So keep coming back to that. Okay, take your measurements. Great to see, I think we had Alicia and Neve last night at training taking your measurements. Sam and Regina, Emma haven't been able to give you your little book, so we'll I'll get that to you. But just jot down those measurements. You'll be able to enter them into the PN Pro Coach software soon, I hope. And Tanya, you can just give us a heads up as to when we can do that. Take your before pic. One of you said to me, "Oh, it was torturous taking that pic." That helps with this why. If it were not an unpleasant thing taking the before pic, you probably wouldn't be here. So take that before pic, store it, keep it, and use that as motivation, because that will give you some indication as to those underlying factors as to why you're doing this. Okay. Remember, this was the quote that we have up at school, one of the schools I'm at. If you want to do something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something you've never done before. Okay, what's a little bit different for weight loss is that I think all of you have had some really great success before. What we're looking at in this challenge, this 3-week process, this 21 days, is giving you the opportunity to reboot things, to kickstart things, to see some results that then build momentum. For you guys previously, I was saying as you train up, as you coach, I've gone through a slowly type of setup, and that's just meant that with the progress being slow, I think it just makes it really hard to keep that motivation. So the 3 kilos in 21 days is something that should be quite an inspiring kind of target to work towards. So that's why we're doing it in this way this time. Your future's created by what you do today, not tomorrow. And Tracy, big shout out to you with your lunch today. That was really inspiring. I don't think you took a pic of it, but if you can share a description in the group with people about what you brought into work today, super proud. Well done. Okay. This bit, the most important bit here, is the action over perfection. Come back to the action over perfection by keep taking small action steps. It's a really simple way of overcoming perfection. I spoke yesterday about you guys as professional women all have aspects of perfection which help you be successful in your daily work, but in terms of weight loss, can really impede your weight loss and just end up in analysis paralysis, or which diet is the best, or which this is, or I haven't done it, so stuff it, and bugger that, I'm quitting. So action over perfection. Keep taking those small steps. Any blip in that process is expected, and I think if we view that as the norm, we expect that we're going to have little blips and little speed bumps along the way. That helps to overcome those perfectionist tendencies that I'm sure we all have. Okay. The deprivation, I spoke a little bit about that. I don't know how that came out in the audio, Sam and Regina and Emma. Effectively, depraving yourself has two really powerful side effects, and one is psychologically. It creates that subconscious pushback, and two is biologically. There are things that when you deprive, particularly from a nutrient point of view, that your body then starts to crave, and that's where we start to have those the sugar cravings or craving certain types of foods, because you're not getting that in your diet. You've just eliminated. That's why a large number of diets don't work, is because we just eliminate whole food groups and wonder why we crave them. Part of that is that there's a habitual response, but also that we are missing out on key nutrients which our body wants and needs. So there's two really powerful reasons, one psychologically, two biologically, why depraving yourself just doesn't work. Okay, some of those other reasons, ask me some questions around these things here. Ask me some questions through here, and I'll cover that then. If I know what you're wanting more info on, I can talk more on that. Okay, the tracker, I'll send you this in the Word doc. I'll put it in the group. So come to this. So today, score yourself your homework task from today. Score yourself on the water, on the fish oil or serve of fish, on the carbohydrate intake, whether you had a plan and you stuck to it. Tracy, big tick there, 2 thumbs up. Whether you've had a serve of probiotics, be that a yogurt, be that apple cider vinegar, kefir, kombucha, anything that Shelley, I wasn't quite sure about the aloe juice. I think you were saying, I'm not sure about that. But any of those probiotics that you've had today, and your coaching sheet you'll come back to. So I'll have both of those sheets in the group for you, in the Facebook group for you. All right, so that was a super fast overview of our session yesterday. I'll keep this one short so that you can just have it as a little recap there for you. All right. Any questions, comments, again, post them in the group. Neva, we had a really profound conversation yesterday evening. Thank you so much for your insights there. Post those comments and questions in the group, and that way I can comment on those and share that with with others. I think it will really help with everyone's learning. All right. So thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.